Welcome to Don't You Have Anything Better to Do with me, your host, Chris Donley. Yeah. Musician, songwriter, singer, blah, 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 professional Jesse's girl singer. Today I got drummer extraordinaire, singer, agent, manager, good person. I have to admit, I'm doing this for purely selfish needs to talk with people I haven't seen for a long time. So that's the reason I'm doing this, really. So, Dan Edmonson, my boy from way back. Uh,
Yeah.
how are you?
Good.
Good, good. So, Trailer Park Ninjas right now, that's the main gig, right?
Yeah, Trailer Park Ninjas is kind of grew out of original acts that were playing back in the late 2000s.
Talking about your old original band, Oval Opus.
Yeah, Oval Opus, and then a band that we used to play with all the time, Jacob Freely, and then Adam played with May, and we just all used to play together on original bands, college towns. We used to tour around together a little bit. When things started to slow down with the original thing, but then we just joined forces and started a cover band, and it's just gradually built, and now it's kind of a bigger thing now. It's like crazy. It's a solid year.
Well, you got a good group of guys too, because Bobby from your old, when I met you, you were doing the Trailer Park Ninjas duo, right?
Right?
And
Yeah,
then,
the two of us starting out doing the duo thing. We were kind of just traveling around playing OER covers and Sublime, and kind of some reggae thing that we really kind of got into. And I think gradually we started adding all the you know, standards and started getting under that.
Jesse's girl, right? Everything.
Yeah, it's always 69. Yeah,
Yeah.
we have a good time, man.
Are you guys throwing a lot of newer songs in the list like every year?
Yeah, every year we're adding stuff, we're matching up with new stuff, a lot of dance, like folk stuff that we're matching together.
Can you turn your mic up a little bit, Dan? Sorry.
Yeah.
It's kind of like cutting in and out, at least for me. Is there plans for like new original stuff with Opus or anything? Or
No, not really. That band gets together every now and then, just like a reunion. And it's kind of like we were all together for my wedding back in November. But the one guy's my brother, the other guy was a fraternity brother, really close still. So yeah, I mean, we're getting we got like tons of old video that we're putting together. We put together a little mini documentary for our fans.
that's cool, man.
That's kind of the end of that.
I've been kind of doing the same thing, and it's almost more for myself because I don't know who remembers my old stuff, but yeah, it's cool, man. I appreciate that. I'll watch it too. So
Yeah, I feel the need to resurrect that. I mean, I've had these like 40 or so IAC tapes. We used to travel around with you. I got to do something with it. So
right. Well, Oval Opus released what, 4 albums?
4, 5 studio records, one live record.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, did a fair amount of touring. We opened for big shows all over the Midwest.
What was your most the one opener of like who what was the top of the heap for you opening for like a national or somebody who was that?
We did a festival with Green Five. Who else was on that? Jason Mraz, Gavin Wall. There was a bunch of those kind of acts.
So when did you actually start playing drums then? Like were you always the drummer?
Yeah, I was always the drummer, man. I started when I was eight,
Eight.
seven or something like that. Yeah, my dad got me a real kit, and he was a musician, so he just got us going, me and my brother, and we just always did it.
Your brother's still out in Cali doing stuff, right? For like movie and TV stuff, right?
Yep. He's in Miami now, and he's getting ready to move to New York City.
Oh,
So
okay.
his name's Josh Edmonson. He's done a bunch of stuff for TV and movie. He's done pretty good for himself, but yeah, started when I was that young. Just I've always just kind of been a basement drummer. I've never really had any formal training. I just played along to CDs.
That's all
Kind
you
of.
need, brother.
I agree.
I mean, seriously, like I played a couple shows with you and I'm not just kissing your ass, but like one of my things was if you're a drummer and you're playing with people you don't normally play with, or even all the time,
Mm.
uh, don't overplay and keep an eye on the rest of the band. You always had your head up. You're always like, you steady, good, good time. I mean, I don't know. That was what impressed me
I
playing with
think
you.
I think when I knew like I wasn't gonna be sort of like that flashy drummer that did a lot of solos and had like insane chops. I was just gonna be the field drummer and just have this make the song feel good,
Well,
play.
plus you sing backups too, then.
Yeah,
I mean, dude, overplaying has been like the problem for most
yeah,
awesome bands, but no, I
yeah.
mean,
Just learn to play with dynamics, play exactly as loud as I'm supposed to in that moment, and just play exactly what the song needs. And there's times when I can kind of go off a little bit, but
right,
I enjoy like the song to sound great. That's really
right.
what I get out of it.
And I think it takes a lot to get to that point, almost maturity of that less is more, and like the listener, first of all, isn't going to care about
Mhm.
that silly shit. But I don't know, man. That's my compliment to you. It was when I played those couple shows with you, and from what I remember,
Yeah.
because tended to have a few libations back in the day, right?
Yeah, we tended to back then for sure.
You don't anymore, though, right?
Not as much. Yeah.
Right. Me neither. I usually just drink alone. So, uh, what uh, what was the first album you ever like bought? Like, what was the stuff you grew up on? What favorite bands and
Yeah.
first album you ever bought? First of all, with your own money.
My own money, Thriller.
Mm,
So I think I was 6 or 7. I saved up.
really?
Yep.
No
Saved up
doubt.
Thriller. It was my first one.
Paper out, or what was your first job?
My first show.
First job as a
My
kid.
first, oh, I mean, I think that was just doing things around the house for my mom, get a dollar here, a dollar there.
Weekly allowance.
Yeah, you're talking 1983. So I mean, I can't remember what Thriller cost back then. It couldn't have been more than 6 or 7, $8 or something like that. So yeah.
If you could go back in time to like any certain recording and like sit in just to be a fly on the wall, what would you say that would be? If you like, are you an album guy first of all, or are you more like a single guy? You know what I mean?
Yeah, albums, man.
Me too.
Yeah, I just like to see because when you hear one song, I think you just hear like one snapshot in the entire process. To go and listen to the entire record and kind of what those guys were thinking. Like some of the early Zeppelin stuff would have just been, because it wasn't tons of production back then, and I just love the sound of those records. You can just hear how raw they are. I mean,
Nice.
that's what I get into, and even some of the '90s alt rock stuff, you can still hear that rawness to it, and it's somewhere along the way it got real technical and scientific and what they were doing in the studio. But yeah, I don't know some of the early Zeppelin stuff because Bonham's probably my favorite drummer of all time, but so I would have loved to have been in session back then.
Well,
It seemed
that was my next question was who's your favorite drummer? So,
guys
Bonham.
that guys that I feel like I can somewhat emulate as a drummer.
Well, that's
Um,
funny though, because I don't think that like I think you're a smooth drummer, and I feel
yeah,
like Bonham was more like just drunk and beat the hell out of it. I don't know though.
yeah. I mean, I feel like I'm sort of in that same category of drummers. Like he hit harder, obviously, than I did. He was, but
He had to back then, right? And the
yeah, oh yeah,
big, I
he
mean,
had to in order for the crowd to hear him. I mean,
how many gigs have we done where everybody's like, turn down, turn down? It's like, dude, I'm not even my drum's not even mic'd,
yeah,
right? So,
yeah. It's like one mic on the kick. That's it.
right, and they're still saying it's too loud, but I mean, how do you think that now? I mean, the music industry, can you find new good albums? How do you feel about like how the music industry has been? Because it's funny to me, because like back in the day, it seems like the single would push the album,
Mhm.
but now it's just like everybody's going to like singles and EPs, and they're not really doing like albums anymore,
It's
unless
all
it's like
about Yeah, it's all about the single, and almost like records become sort of a compilation of the singles they put out that previous year, kind of thing. I mean, the huge artists still put out records. They'll like release a couple singles and then throw the record out because they have that much power where a record will go out and they'll do great. But I think younger artists, I don't think it's the worst thing in the world for them to be putting out singles and get more mileage out of each song. I don't know.
I agree.
We didn't have that luxury at
Right.
all back then. But I think it's a great tool for young bands to do.
And
I
that's
mean,
what's funny too, don't you? I mean, when you think about it, like how the industry has changed just in our lifetime already, where, you know, personally, I could care less about the record labels and all that stuff. The fact that we can do so much more on our own, you know
mhm.
what I mean? The chance of so many new people listening to a song or something that you just throw out there. I think it's kind of refreshing. But you're right about the whole it's still, the ones with the money shove it down everybody's throat and it's a hit and
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. There was something, I don't know. There's something romantic about the way things used to be done, I guess. Putting up the flyers on the poles and actually
right.
working hard to get people out to your shows. And
Dude, do you think there's going to be come a point in our lifetime where, I mean, because a lot of venues are having a hard time just keeping the doors open, you know?
yeah,
Do you think there's going to come in our lifetime where it's just going to be everybody pays a $20 fee and it just gets broadcast to everybody's computer or TV?
yeah. I mean, I think original artists, especially, it seems like it's getting harder and harder to go out and play live and make money. I mean, back when we were younger, when I was out, and Oval Opus was out doing it, we were playing main clubs, playing what we do and putting people would go out and spend good money and would love to go out and to see an original band. And I just don't, it's just gotten really hard and tough. I don't know what it is, man. It's a different generation.
Yeah.
They don't appreciate the art of, I guess, the art
I
of
don't,
it.
I don't know if I agree with that totally though, man. There's a lot of young bands out there that are doing same stuff we did just in a different way,
Mhm.
and they're getting crowds out. I don't know.
And
Well, there's like a lot of house party scene, you know what I mean? It's which is pretty awesome to me. But I think that's also like we were somewhere the other day and listen, they had some music on. It just didn't have like this warmth and like the a power to it. But it's like, and then my stepson, he was kind of like explaining, he's like, there's so many house parties and like bands are touring where they'll go, they don't have a show this night, but one of their fans invites 50 of their friends. They play a house party and it's like kind of real quiet and mellow. It's like, all right, I guess that makes a little bit of sense, but I'm from the days of crank it up and, I'm deaf and fat and drunk. So,
I mean, I guess like, a lot of people in the industry I've talked to have been kind of worried over the past 5 years or so, maybe longer, about the next generation of musicians. Like, I mean, well, I keep saying back in the day, but
it's like 10
it's
years ago,
every third person was playing something. It's like
right.
was in a band or doing something in the music, and it's just like it was the thing to go and see a band. And and I guess I got a little worried, like, what if the next generation, there aren't enough guys out there doing it, and it just kind of starts to dry up. But I do see signs. I do kind of get encouraged. I do see some things here and there that kind of encourage me that will probably be okay.
Well, like
But
being you own your own booking agency as well.
yeah,
It's New Youth Entertainment, right? Or
that's right. Yep.
so like when it comes to you finding new bands to book and everything, is that just you stumbling across people or friends referring you and then you reach out to them, or are these bands and stuff reaching out to you? How are you doing all that?
It's like it's a mix. It's a mix. Like I do deep dives on Facebook and Instagram, just kind of like seeing certain bands that pop up here and there. Like I'll see some club out in Coldwater, Ohio, like way out on the other side of the state, and I'll see some band pop in. I'll look at them and say, "All right, they look they kind of a good look," and I'll go listen. And sometimes I come across bands, and then there's other bands that sort of flood into the market where they're just playing everywhere and they're drawing
Mhm.
and they're doing well. I mean, I'd say most of the bands that I book are sort of those bands that I've just been doing. There's some bands that play here in Cleveland that have been doing this for 20, almost 30 years, anywhere from 20 to 30 years, the same exact thing. And they're still killing it. And they're still doing great. So um
How many artists and bands do you have like in your roster
I
right
mean,
now?
as far as bands that I work specifically with, maybe a dozen, but then I just work with, because I work specifically for the club. So like,
Right.
like the club will hire me to just handle their calendar. So in those instances, I'm working on behalf of the club. So I got to find that middle ground between being fair to the band and doing what's right by the band, me being an artist myself, but then also like giving the club good value for their money and making sure that it works. So actually, I think musicians are good for that job because you
They're in the
know.
trenches, man. They know like what it's all gonna take, what it's.
But as soon as I come on board and work for the club, I can see it from their point of view as well.
Hmm.
I can see the numbers. This
Right,
this band did this. This is what they cost. This is what our sales need to be to make the business work.
right,
So I can kind of see from there and too. But also, I'm not going to let a band get fleeced. If they're drawing well and they're doing well, I'm going to make sure they're paid what they deserve.
right.
So, and a lot of clubs will just try to like,
Lowball.
they'll try to lowball as far as they can, but not me. I mean, if I
Well,
see
that
it doing well.
I mean, that's the thing too. Like, how many musicians do you know there? They just go along with the ride, and it's like they don't think about the business part, or one of their members of the band takes care of that. Like for me, for some of my solo shows, like the nicer upscale restaurants, I literally need two tables to pay for me. You know what I mean? So put it in terms of that, like you definitely have to have that business sense, I think, and I think that's good that you did start your own booking agency. I don't know why you don't use me more though. It's supposed to. I'm ready
Yeah,
to work, man. No, I'm just
over the years I've used you. I mean, I'd love to use you more. So let's definitely talk
kidding.
about that.
That's all good. So I mean, you're still talking to the Oval Opus guys, right? Your friends. Everybody's got their normal lives going on. I'm assuming, or are they playing music too?
Yeah, actually, two of the guys are still in full-time bands. I mean, Aaron the singer's got another pop band. He's actually been in longer than he was in with Oval Opus. We were together for 10 years. And then our bass player went off and started an Irish group. He's the lead singer of that. And
Nice,
they're in Nashville and they kill it. They're doing great. I mean, they,
crazy.
they just had a busy couple weeks.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, I don't even do like the big holidays anymore. I got
Yeah.
so sick of the amateur drunks.
Yeah.
I don't do New Year's. I don't do St. Patty's.
I know. I got to do it though. So I played
Yeah.
2 days on St. Patty's Day. Just,
Did you?
yep.
All right, top five bands, top of your head. Go.
Top
All
five.
all time, go.
All right. So I think Zeppelin, Guns N' Roses, um, number two, number three, I would say Beatles. I hate to say it. I mean, I love
It's
Beatles. I
all good, brother.
know a lot of guys, but yeah, I do love the Beatles. And then let's see, AC/DC in there. I mean, I kind of like came. That's when I kind of came of age. And I know after this, I'm gonna think of like three bands. Like,
No, it's all good. Top of your head, it's fine. One more. Give me one
yeah,
more.
live.
Really?
Yeah,
Did you go see him with Stone Temple Pilots?
I didn't. I didn't, but I think they're coming back around this
They
year.
are. They
Yeah,
are.
I
Dude,
think
they're
I worked it out with my schedule to be able to see it, so I'm gonna do it next year. But I've seen them. I've seen them a dozen times. Oh, Van Halen too.
okay.
Yeah.
Like I was never like a huge live fan, but they were great, and their stage show was great. I mean, I went for STP because I unfortunately never got a chance to see him with
Mhm.
Scott, but dude, it was beautiful. They're the gods of tone, man.
Yeah, great
Dean
tone.
Vallejo. It's just, and the new singer's great. It was just, I about wept. It was
I just
beautiful.
love the songs. I like the way their songs flow, man.
I,
Just love their songs.
well,
Soul too.
if you could
Uh,
join any band, who would, what band? It doesn't change their sound, doesn't, just you could be that band
if it was a band that's still out playing,
or living or dead, doesn't matter.
yeah,
You kicking bottom out,
yeah. I mean,
or you just
So,
joining Bonham, Jason Bonham's band. You're kicking him out. No, I'm just kidding.
I've seen that. I've seen that band a few times too. It's good.
Are they good?
Yeah, they
Are
do a
they?
great job. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, I'd highly recommend seeing Jason Bonham's Led Zeppelin
The
show.
Zeppelin tribute.
The Zeppelin tribute show. It's like the Jason Bonham Zeppelin experience or something.
Gotcha.
It's cool.
Yeah, I heard that he wasn't doing that great low playing wise. Like he's got issues with his hands or something.
Maybe I know that he was playing with Sammy Hagar, and then I don't know if he got pushed out or just couldn't handle the touring or what. I don't
Mm.
know. Kenny Arnold's on that tour now. I'm
He's
gonna
been
try
on every single studio guy.
everything.
He's amazing. If you could change one thing in history, what would it be?
Man, gosh, man, 9/11. I don't know.
Okay.
Something I've experienced, Gosh.
Actually, that's what somebody else said too
Oh, really?
that I've entered. Yeah,
I just try to think of just some of the most horrible things that I've lived through, and that's on
right.
top of the list. So
Where were you at when? Do you remember where you were?
yeah, I was in my mom's living room watching with her, and she thinks the whole country's being attacked, and
Right. Were you in college at the time?
I was just out of college.
Okay. Yeah, I was supposed to go to. I was in college and I was supposed to go to class that day and then didn't go. That was a
Uh,
weird day, man.
it was, man. Quick story. I was actually at the World Trade Center a month before
No way.
it happened. Yeah, Oval Opus was touring in New York. And so I've got video of us there.
No doubt.
Yeah, I still need to, so I'm looking forward to getting that back. I sent all of it off to get digitized. So as soon as I get
Okay.
that, I'm looking forward to seeing that.
Well, if you got any more, I have the VHS DVD combo that I did all ours for too. So
Okay.
no, but yeah, I digitized all our dude. I had a wall of stupid tapes from when we were kids, taping everything. But isn't that weird though? Do you to know that you were there? Like I was supposed to go to the Al Rosa the night Dimebag got shot, and
Really?
I didn't go because it was like snowing real bad in Cleveland. So I got drunk with a buddy at the bar, and we see it on the news. I'm like, what? So I don't know.
Wow.
I guess I kind of put that in that position because
Yeah.
to know that 1 month booking difference, who knows what
Mhm.
you would have went through.
I know. I actually do know a guy that was there that night. Dimebag was shot.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, he's a singer in a band in Columbus.
Hmm.
So I talked to him about it. Tells me the story about it. But
Well, Tubbs, the sound guy, but when we played down Al Rosa, we played there. I don't know how many months after, but it's just a weird vibe. And he took us through the club where he was like, "This is where that happened," and there was like still a bullet hole here, and
oh wow.
wild,
Yeah.
crazy.
Wow.
Did we do top 5 albums off the top of your head?
Oh, let's see. Appetite for Destruction, Black. Um
Black Metallica, Black
Metallica,
album.
yeah, I love that record. Let's see. Zeppelin 3.
Really, not four, huh?
Yeah. No, Zeppelin 3 is, man, I love that record.
Hmm.
And doesn't get the attention that it deserves, but give that one a good listen sometime. Yeah, everybody thinks Zeppelin 1, Zeppelin 4, but Zeppelin 3 was killer.
Hmm.
Let's see. Rubber Soul, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. Some
It's
good stuff.
good answers.
Yeah.
Not bad. Do you have any like endorsements from any like stick companies or drum companies or anything?
I've never really thought in those terms of trying to get endorsements. I
I
just
never.
play what I like, and there
People
was
have asked me too, like, is there like you play so many shows, why don't you reach out and try to get? I'm like, yeah, but I'm not. It's not my originals that are. I'm playing in 200, 250 shows a year doing it's covers.
that's
So
right.
I never really searched it out either. But
I know a lot of guys take that really serious, but yeah, I just never really got into that game. I did a little bit back when Oval Opus was getting busy. I think we got a deal on our in ears and a couple other things as a band, but
what do you remember early 2000s, dude? Like, there's tons of companies like Jägermeister, beer companies that would just throw money at us,
yeah,
bands, and they free T-shirts and give you a free banner and here's $5,000, just plug us throughout the night. And it was just
yeah,
and then all of a sudden overnight it just stopped. It was
Just dried up.
wild. I
There
don't
was a
know.
lot of bands out there that were like Jägermeisters,
The
whatever. They were
metal bands, yeah. There's a
yeah,
lot of metal bands.
yeah.
What would you say is your like favorite memory of being a musician or playing out or just playing? Can you can you recall?
The thing about it is like my entire life is just I mean, outside of my youth is everything that I am and have done for the last 25 to 30 years is been about music and have been about my life as a musician and my business in music. So all my relationships, you know, all my friendships, is all been a byproduct of just being in music and just
Hmm.
like so I just feel so lucky and blessed that here I am, you know, I've got so many memories of just like so many different things and people that I've met along the way that would only be here because of music. Only because my dad decided, hey, here you go, you're gonna play these drums, Now I've
So
got
did he
here.
push drums on you then? Like was he a guitar player and he wanted like the family band or something?
I think that was kind of it. My brother was like, I'm gonna play guitar. I mean, well, we can't both play guitar. So naturally, nobody, I'm not gonna play bass. Who wants to do that? So,
Who wants to be a bass player?
yeah. So yeah.
I don't
So
know.
yeah, man. So drums it is.
That works, man. Do you ever wish you would have done flute and singing or something instead? Or, be that singer guy that never does anything, never works, that, whatever. Love
Yeah.
that. Love that one. I get
I
that.
feel very, very lucky and fortunate that I picked up drums and I love it to this day. I really do feel blessed about it.
Good. You ever going to be able to retire?
That's the plan. I'm trying to get myself in a position here. I'm still in my 40s, luckily. So I kind of got a plan in place. So, I'm working towards that. I just got married to a younger woman. So
Oh, congratulations.
it kind of be my partial retirement, have somebody kind of help me through my uh, elderly years. So
And you got two grown daughters,
I
right?
have two grown daughters. I got my 21-year-old daughter's she's in engineering at MIT
Yeah, it
actually.
wasn't like genius or something, right?
Yeah. Yep. And then my youngest is a nursing student at Kent State.
So
So
they're both geniuses and we're just musicians.
yeah, so now I looked out with the kids, man. They're just both brilliant, beautiful girls.
That's awesome. Congratulations, man. When did you get married?
I got married in November.
This past November?
Yeah, we've been together 10 years though, so not a lot.
Wow.
It doesn't feel much different. Just the mail is coming now. It's got my last name.
Right.
And
Very cool. What would you say? I don't know, man. Is there anything you want to plug? Anything other than like Trailer Park Ninjas shows or anything?
yeah, I mean, we got a huge schedule coming. Check out trailerparkninjas.com. It's all there. Um, Bands should still have a website. I know some bands don't think they should or don't think it's worth it, but I promise you it's worth it.
It's gonna be worth it when I mean, literally Facebook is just boomer book now.
Yeah.
It's
But still, it's hard to, it's so much, if you want to go find a band's info or watch a video or see what they're playing, there's a lot to get through on Facebook, where if you can just go to the trailerparkninjas.com, it's literally
right.
dates, video,
Yep.
and buyers, if you're a band from a
It looks
standpoint,
more professional too.
from
That
a
you got your
buyer standpoint, if I'm
right.
trying to book your band, I know I can get right there and get all the information. It just makes it easier for me to book you.
Exactly. You don't
But
gotta
yeah,
hunt.
check out trailerparkninjas.com. We have videos on YouTube. My company's New Youth Entertainment. I got newyouthentertainment.com. And so business is growing. I'm bringing on more clubs every year, and I'm up to like 15 or so, and so I'm busy. And then I got the summer season up at Put Bay, which is
Are you
uh
doing the big festival again this
no,
year?
not doing that anymore. That was a lot of work. No, we're not doing that.
Oh, I feel
That
you.
was cool though. That was cool. That one year we did it. We did it 2 years.
Are they doing like the airport show again this year?
Yep.
Yeah.
Bachelor. Yep.
Mm. Yeah, I
I might
quit. I
I
quit
might
4 years
avoid that.
ago. You might have
Yeah.
what?
I might avoid that this
Oh,
year.
dude. I I quit 4 years ago going up there, and I think that was the second year they had something, and I specifically asked for dates not during that time, just because even to get on the island it has to be such a headache. And
Yeah.
I mean, yes, it's going to be packed and blah blah blah, but I don't know. It's country fans. No,
Yeah.
no, thank you.
I mean, in the same sense, I mean, I feel lucky that we live here on Lake Erie and we've got all these islands and lake towns and stuff that have a lot of live music. So I don't take that for granted. But so I'll be up there. I'm playing every Thursday at Ed's again this year.
With the fun buckets.
Fun buckets, yeah.
Yeah, forget about the fun buckets.
If you ever want to come up sometime, just to play with us, let me know.
I don't know, man. I don't know if I'll do that. I'm not. I don't know if I'm ready to go back. It COVID and everything else let me pivot, and honestly, I feel so much less stress.
I
And
hear you.
it's just it was wild the last year I was up there. I mean, I
Yeah,
was up there for 17 years, and it was never enough because it was like, yeah, Donley, play this, and I'll play it, and
right,
they don't tip. Hey, play this.
right,
But then they got like deep cuts from a Japanese import that I never heard before or something. It's
right.
like, you don't know that, you suck.
And I
So
could definitely sympathize with being at the being on your end, where you're the singer, you're the front, you're the one they're yelling at. For me, just going up there and setting up my kit and just playing along, it's a little different. So I
well,
still I still do enjoy it. I don't like going up as much, but I do a lot of business up there. So that's one thing that keeps me
the
kind
funny thing is, it's like through the years, like you know, I don't know how I never got my ass beat. Just from just like bantering back and forth, being a goofball. You know what I mean?
of
Where it's like not malicious, but somebody throws something at me, I'm gonna throw it right back. You know.
yeah,
But like looking back, I'm just like, I don't even want to be that guy.
yeah,
I don't even want to be, you know, the guy that is playful, but some people could, take offense at it. Like I literally now my solo shows, I don't take a break between songs. I play 3 hours straight. If
yeah,
a song ends in A, I'm thinking, all right, what else do I know that begins in A, and I go right into it. And
yeah.
people always ask, why don't you do that? You don't give us time to clap. And I'm like, well, the worst feeling in the world is when you stop a song and nobody claps. So I'm not gonna
Right.
let you make me feel bad. So, what's the last good book you read?
Let's see. I read Dave Grohl's book.
Okay, the storyteller one.
Yeah.
I haven't got to that one yet.
Yeah, that was pretty entertaining. That was pretty entertaining. A lot of good stories. I mean,
Uh,
what a life that guy's had, man.
No doubt.
Yeah.
I like the one with he left his wallet on the gas station,
Yeah.
and then went down and partied with Pantera, but they didn't let him in. And then
Right.
like 10 years later, some girl
Yeah.
gave him the wallet or anything. Well,
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna plug this real quick. That this is my boy Joe Newcomer's book, El Camino Blue. Check that out. You should get it.
Yeah.
He's actually gonna be on my show one of these days. So finally, last question, Dan. If you could hang out with one person, living or dead, who would it be?
Let's see. Living or dead. I mean, why not? Why not John Bonham?
All
Yeah.
right, you could party with him and just at least when he passes out, roll him on his side.
Yeah. Just to be, yeah, go out and drink with him. Kind of, somebody that I kind of like really inspired me to kind of get going in this. Um, to be able to sit and just hang out with them and have a couple drinks and
Coupled with Bonham.
yeah.
Couple with Bonham. Yep, that sounds great. Yeah, I'm just gonna hang out with Keith Moon for a couple. I
Yeah, right.
don't know, man. Well, if there's anything else you want to plug, Danny, anything else you want to talk about, you
No,
can.
man, I
I
appreciate you having me on. We don't see each other enough, man. I'd love to see you in person and maybe play some more shows together. That'd be a lot of
dude,
fun. Let's definitely
I,
talk about it.
All right, I'm around, but I appreciate it, brother. It's good to see you too and chat. Like I said, this is kind of more selfish for me to reconnect with a lot of people I do respect and enjoy talking with. So give it
Absolutely.
right there, my boy Dan Edmonson, Trailer Park Ninjas. If you want to go check out the old Oval Opus catalog, please do. TrailerParkNinjas.com, New Youth Entertainment. Once again, thank you, brother. Dan
Thank you.
Edmonson. I'm Chris. Check me out, ChrisDonleyMusic.com, CriticCity.com, LoveLag.com,
Right.
all my other projects. I'm releasing a new um, acoustic tribute to Faith No More with my boy Scotty Paris, and that's French Donkey. That's coming out soon. So you can check out all 35 or so of my original albums. And
You're a killer, man.
thank you,
Definitely.
Dan. I appreciate it, brother. Seriously. And I wish you nothing but continued success and happiness in your life.
You too, my friend.
We will talk soon, brother.
All right, man. Thanks, bro.
See ya.